Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, and it plays some of the games immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this Big Red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on the 11th-ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Northwestern ready to kick it off to get things started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Nebraska's offense will get the first crack at it here. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
First down here for the offense. Power football with the run. On the move at the 30. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Snap in the shotgun. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. He wants to pass it on second down. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense has the ball for the first time. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
Trying play action. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. You think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot. Those guys were able to run. And because of that, they could get to the quarterback when blitzing. This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again, getting after the quarterback. He's got some wheels.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A strike downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Northwestern wants to go quickly.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bowman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's going to pass. Safe completion on the screen. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Looking at a 2nd and short now. Give to Brown. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this one splits the uprights. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Northwestern right back to the line. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On the return, it's Brown. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He lost one down the sideline.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Fires to the wideout. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll throw it on 1st down. It's complete to the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. No huddle offense to the line.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the 1st down. Northwestern wants to go quickly.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Wildcats are on the move. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The Wildcats line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And that ball is hauled in the end zone, but he is just out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes a move. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. A first down for the offense. The give to the back. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Northwestern right back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Finds his tight end. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little time. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Pressure coming. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd and California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. The give to the back. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Leaves it with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They ran it on first down, now on 2nd. Here's the handoff. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7. A 3rd and long coming up here. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Got his man in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stokes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. From the gun. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Running with power. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Northwestern wants to go quickly.
It's really frustrating for a defense when you cover that first play and you knew it was going to be a pass, you cover everything short, but then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck, Trump.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. He's got an open man. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Buys a little extra time. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. Northwestern will line up with a 1st and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. It's complete to the left. And he'll be brought down. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll run play action. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that 1st down play. Now giving up a negative play on 2nd down. You better be very careful about this 3rd down play call.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Wisconsin has the lead right now. Feels like Bucky's been doing his share of push-ups, but they haven't been able to pull away.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end.
They're up by a field goal over Maryland. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stokes. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Brown. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. And with time running out here in the 1st half, this offense will choose to take a knee. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very interesting first 2 quarters in Lincoln. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, back to the sea of red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Northwestern right back to the line. He's right on target. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Off play action. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Out of the gun to give to the back.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Give to the running back. Pushing ahead, a tough run. Picks up 4. It's down at the 15. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Zings it complete to the right. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Montgomery. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And he intercepts it. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Tough linebackers getting after quarterbacks. The Huskers have a rich tradition of that.
Yeah, and you think about the black shirts, and you hear that if you're a Nebraska fan, you know exactly what that means. Guys that are different, guys that see it, that hunt it, that go get the football like this guy just did.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Good, solid tackle. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to power it in. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're going to test the right side with this one. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. Long way to go for this offense. 1st and 10 from their own 12. Brown has it. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He makes a catch. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Huskers have their offense in high gear. The give to the tailback. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll give it to the back. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws for the tight end. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. He's loose on the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Nebraska! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we have a final in the Red River rivalry between Oklahoma and Texas in Dallas. Texas pulled out the victory on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in Austin. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. Northwestern wants to go quickly. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. He's got him in the flat. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Motion from the offense. Leaves it with the running back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff to the lone back. Bulls his way forward. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch called for and made. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it behind the line. It's Stokes. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. And the Huskers will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He's got great speed. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He now has 85 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And they can't make the connection. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. No good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Now the play fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Huskers will punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. The Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense headed out. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Off the play fake. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Turns it loose. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Cornhuskers with the 1st and 10. Give to Brown. Shows him the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's looking to throw it. Now adjusting. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. 6th play of the drive coming up. The play action fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Montgomery. They make the tackle at the 22. Will give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. And the Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Going up top on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll go back to the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Got enough space. Touchdown, Husker! And here they come, almost all the way back. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
Trying to punch it in. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive there.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Hard running there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to run for it. Tackled, but he has a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Toss sweep, try to get it outside to the right. Still running at the 40. He's piled up 112 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They get him on the ground, but they'll move the chains. 1st down, Northwestern. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.